This is your boy Ant. Welcome to Veteran RC. This is our look back on the HOSIM X08. I don't know if I'm going to put it at the beginning of the video or at the end of the video. I think I'm going to put it at the end of the video. Kind of showing you step by step, going through putting the ESC and receiver in. Real straightforward. Really doesn't take a lot of time. Got a couple little tips in there for wire expansion, stuff like that you might want to check out. Another one of my little tips about smoothing out that octagon shaped chassis before you put your 3M tape down and stuff. But anyway, if you get bored and you want to follow it to the end, check that stuff out. It's pretty good. Good little tips anyway. But anyway, let's talk about the HOSIM. Being happy with the drivability. And it felt like when you took your finger off the throttle, it wants to try to brake. So that affects us in the air too. Now we're dealing with, I had to replace the ESC, which was no big deal. Changed the receiver, and we're going to play with this one a little bit. Let's see how it does. We adjusted the punch on the card. Watch out, buddy. Oh my goodness. Dude. This is the same battery now, factory battery. This thing is way faster. But you know what? It controls good. Dude, this is a beast. Man, I like this truck. Yeah, it's got kind of a weird pause, and then it, boom, it busts in. See, look. Oh, watch out for the Christmas lights, Ant. Now, we didn't do anything to differentials. All we did was receiver, radio, and ESC swap. Same batteries, same everything. And I'm telling you, this truck is a whole lot faster. All right, hang tight. This thing's graduating to the big jump. Hang tight. All right, guys, let's see what this thing does. So we recognized a steering issue in the beginning that we didn't like. We didn't like how that thing would kind of break in the air. So we fixed that. Now let's play with it out here, see what it does. I definitely need to adjust the endpoints. It's way faster than it was. Right now, between the cost of the truck, the new Dumbo, and the ESC, it's in the Terminator price range. Between the two of them, me personally, even though I do like this truck, I would buy the Terminator. The Terminator's 3S way faster than this one. It's got a 60 amp ESC just like this one. It's probably got a better radio. And overall, man, it's been bulletproof. And so is this one. We haven't had any issues out of this one yet, breaking anything. But I just think if you're going to buy this one and upgrade it, you might as well buy a Terminator. That's just my perspective on it. This ESC wants more power. But look, it didn't do that before. It didn't ride no wheelies like that. That's crazy. Dude, that is so much faster than it was out of the box. And ESC change, that's it. And radio. Oh, look at that thing when that punch kicks in. This thing is really hard to jump. I can't put my finger on it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's so light. And now these shocks, our next investment is going to be shocks. Hey, it's durable. I mean, between this time and last time beating it around, this thing seems to be pretty durable. Parts are very flexible. I can't hit that jump, save my life. Watch out, buddy. It reminds me of the Terminator, the way it goes across the grass, though. All right. I'm right around the 10-minute mark right now. Batteries are still doing good. Definitely not that way. Yeah, when you try to go wide open out here, it's so light and the... Buddy, what are you doing? It's so light that it's bouncing, and when it hits something, it kind of... Oh, damn it. Oh, man, we just flattened out. But those shocks are terrible. See how it's jitterbugging? It's responding to every little nick, every little bump. So, hey, come on, Ranger. We're almost there. I think it's a good investment, but from the start, the price of the truck, you know, at $150, if you're going to leave it alone, not mess with it, I think it's solid for $150. I think any kid can play with it. It's fast. They're not going to notice the delays and crap that you might or I might. So I think it's a good investment. But for that investment, I say buy a Terminator. I've run 9 batteries through the Terminator now, and I have not broke it one time. The only thing that's happened to it is the ESC tape came loose. But hey, this one's been treated heinously too. More wrecks than anything, and it's done well. Since we're in the gift giving season, would I give this as a gift? Absolutely. Out of the box, I think it's a great truck. It's a great introductory truck. As you can see, it's easily modified. You can grow into it. But like I said, I'm a realist too. For the money, I think by the time you buy this one and you upgraded, Rollarlo, I'll give you a bank account. You can send any of the pre-orders. Anyway, but brand new body. Look at that, peeled off the plastic, sparkly again. But would I buy this for a nephew or a niece or my grandbaby? Absolutely. Would I buy this for a friend that was getting in a hobby? Absolutely. If you're not going to dedicate like a lot of your time to the RC hobby like most of us Nimrods do, and spend all your spare money on it, and you just want something you can go out and play around with, Perfect RC, $150 investment. That's all I got to say on that subject. Hey, amp out, Rangers over there somewhere. But hey, as usual, make sure you thank a soldier or a veteran for their service. It's the holiday season. Reach out to somebody in need. Call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Other than that, y'all be merry. Love your families. Y'all be blessed. Merry Christmas. It's HOSIM. I've already taken the screws out, but it's got 2 screws on the bottom. So we take those out. I'm going to unplug the steering servo. Now, you notice how it's got this honeycomb bottom chassis? So it's real thin and then it's thick. Well, typically we'll 2-side tape the ESC down. Well, with this pattern in here, it's not going to get a full grip. So what I'm going to use an epoxy that we use in the auto body industry called Quitset 50. And I'm going to fill that void and smooth it out. Instead of trying to put another piece of plastic or carbon down, This is a real easy, simple, effective way of doing it. You could use shoe glue, any epoxy. I know JB Weld makes one. Anything that's going to dry hard. So one thing I'm going to do if you're going to do this in the house, make sure you plug off these two holes, and this is from experience. You don't want to have something that doesn't want to come off on your wife's kitchen counters. Now, that's called quick set 50 because you got about 50 seconds to work with it before it starts locking up. So what we're trying to do is just get all that hexagon stuff filled in, so we got a flat surface to deal with. Sorry if everything's shaky, but this has got to be done quick. See how it's already starting to harden up? And you don't want it to harden in areas that you don't want, because it is a bugger to sand. I'm going to go ahead and put some two-sided tape on the bottom of the ESC. See what I was talking about? That would have went on the counter. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put the receiver and the ESC in. I kind of wanted to do it while this was still hot. That stuff has a chemical reaction, so it gets real hot. But as you can see, I'm picking it up by the ESC. So it's on there good and strong. Alright, so one thing, if you notice, see how these don't quite fit? So instead of going to the point of soldering new ends on, I'm going to show you a little cheat. All right, so this is pretty easy. Just get you a little pointed Phillips head. And see on the end of these, if you look real close, those are actually 4 individual pieces coming together. All I'm going to do is kind of rotate that a little bit. And now let's see. We already did that one. So if you stretch too much, it's not a big deal, but see, you're going to get a nice tight fit. I actually do this on a lot of my new cars when I first get them in. I'll expand them even though they're the right bullet size. I'll still expand them a little bit just so they grip tighter. All right. Dumbo. I mean, you're looking at a radio link, but it even comes with a radio link strap. I bought a $400 Spectrum radio that didn't even come with a strap. All right, so when you hook up the program card to the ESC, make sure your radio's off. It'll put it in program mode. And what you normally put in the second position on your receiver is your ESC wire. That's what you're going to use. Man, I'm sorry, the freaking print is so small in here. But this one, number 4, it says bad word force. Not backward force, bad word. Number 3 is law V protection. Instead of low volt, it's law V. And this bottom one, and the other one says break 4. F-O-R-U-E. And this last one says angle. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. Angle. Yeah. Some weird crap on here. They have a bad word for it, so I put it at 50%. Oh, they kill me.